This is another in the First Read series where I read a poem by a poet I don't know or know very little about, and I just do a first reading to see how much I enjoy their work. This is where poetry starts for me, where I get interested in it, and this is how I do it. I might change my view if I read more of that poet's work and kind of see what they're doing. Sometimes I think you can see themes when you look at a lot of a poet's work that you don't see in the beginning. This is by Eóin Flannery. I'm guessing an Irish poet with such a name. It's in the journal Juniper. And whenever I look at something, I look at the form of the poem really quickly. This one is called A New View, and if I look at it, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines. 4, 5, 6, 8 lines in both stanzas. The stanzas and lines, it just doesn't look like a traditional meter because lines look a little different, but I'm going to just count out a few syllable counts. And then having read it, chasing you out of the kitchen, there's an 8. It's pretty standard. Let's look at a longer line like hoist you into my arms, you wriggle with. Okay, that's 10 there. So there's different line lengths. Let's count another couple. Unshaven kiss on your cheek, there's 8. Let's go down to a decade before I held your sister in my arms. Okay, that's quite a bit more there. So different line lengths. I'm not seeing or no rhyme scheme is jumping out to me on the end of these lines. So I'm just going to go with the idea this is probably a free verse oriented poem with 8 lines per stanza. A new view. Chasing you out of the kitchen one evening. I grab your waist and hoist you into my arms. So even though it's not a traditional meter, there's a lot of like metrical stuff going on here already. Chasing you out. So we start, stressed, unstressed, chasing you out of the kitchen, then it kind of gets back into a more regular one evening. I grab your waist and hoist you into my arms. You wriggle. So there's a nice metrical sound. This poet seems to have a good sense of meter in the metricalness of the language itself. So chasing you out of the kitchen one evening, I grab your waist and hoist you into my arms. So somebody is picking somebody else up, hoisting them into my arms. You wriggle with laughter, and you cough as I place an unshaven kiss on your cheek. So at the beginning, I didn't really know what's happening here. I mean, it's just somebody pulling somebody else up, grab you at your waist and hoist you into my arms, wriggle with laughter, and you cough as I place an unshaven kiss on your cheek. I don't know if this is like a lover or a child at this point. The grabbing at the waist, hoist you into my arms. That feels kind of like something you do with a child more than a lover, although maybe we'll see more as things go along in the poem, but I think you could do that. Grab a lover, but hoist you in my arms. It somehow feels like it's more like childlike. Wriggle with laughter and with wriggling with laughter. You cough as I place an unshaven kiss on your cheek. Before my lips have left your skin, you declare, smiling and triumphant, I won't let your kiss go to my heart. And so I'm not sure what to do with the title here. I'm supposed to read the title into this one. A new view. This is related to this first image that we're getting. I'm assuming it will come, if it's I'm not sure how to interpret the last line of this. I won't let your kiss go to my heart. Before your lips have left my skin, you declare, smiling and triumphant. And it's very smooth. The language here is very smooth. I'm reading through it a little bit more quickly than I would with some poems because it flows really easily. This poets get a good sense of just how to make writing smooth, which is not the easiest thing in the world to do. I won't let your kiss go to my heart. So I don't know if this is like a kid saying this or like a lover. It feels more like a kid because it would feel really awkward as a lover, although I could see that, I guess. I won't let your kiss go to my heart. I'm not sure why a kid would say this, but it could be something, sometimes kids say playful things. Maybe that's related to this. Then we shift, and there's a pretty clear shift with the second stanza. A decade before, I held your sister in my arms. Okay, so it definitely feels like with this statement where you've claimed what I didn't know about the first one, whether it was a kid or an adult. It seems like it was a child in the other one 10 years before. 3 of us braced for the autumnal fireworks display. Well, I guess it could have been maybe if this person was dating that person's sister 10 years ago. I don't know. But I'm guessing it's a daughter. I'm not sure. If it was a lover, it's a different thing. I held your sister in my arms. 3 of us braced for the autumnal fireworks display. So they're watching fireworks. They're embracing. The roads were closed, and children ran freely until frozen by the peel of color. So the kids are running around. The roads are closed until the color stops them, and the sound of the fireworks, and they, I'm assuming, sit up or look up to see it. The fizzling slick of light, the explosive spread and descend until she whispers in my ear. So we have another, the sister whispering to her ear, will the fireworks not break the sky? That feels like a very kid thing to say. Will the fireworks not break the sky? As they blow up, as a child trying to understand what they're doing, how they're doing. So innocently, I read this as as a person with a child. In both instances, different things happening. One, the kid's being raised up and hoisted, and there's laughter. There's a kiss on the cheek, and then there's a won't let your kiss go to my heart. I don't know what that means and how that relates to things. So definitely one image. And the next section is another image with a very childlike question at the end too. We both have these kind of repetition of the quotation at the end and this image leading up to them. And I could see it as a new view. And it's interesting that we go back and we start in the present, we go in the past for this. So I don't know if the new view is the present. I don't know if it's a new view of, like a parent with a child, or it's just a new view in general, a new image happening that's coming in. I'm not really sure. It's a very smooth poem. I'd like to read more of Eóin Flannery's work to kind of see what the rest of them do, if they're kind of this, I think this feels, I don't want to say mundane scene. It's just it feels like a regular scene with a parent and a child and being recorded. I'm not sure what to do with that first quotation in the first stanza, and maybe reading more would help me figure that out some more. So like I said, this is in Juniper.